One of the tools that you use quite often and probably get used to and don't like to see much change in is Infinite Campus. But I do think they've made some updates this year that will uh, be beneficial and just make it easier for you to do your job and to switch from one tool to the other. So the tool is one like last year where you can toggle back and forth. This is your typical setup for the class, what they're calling Classic Infinite Campus. And if you go up to your account settings here, you can see there's a try new look, and you might have remembered that last year we had a try new look. So if you toggle over to the click new look, you'll see that there's a message that comes up and tells you a little bit about this. But you'll notice that there's a very dramatic change on the side menu here, and when you click on instruction, for instance, this brings up the most common links that most instructors would need to access. That would be your attendance, your grade book, and so on. Seating charts, rosters, different reports you might use for instruction. Then of course there is the student information. So for instance, you can click on the grades and then you can select any of your current students. So we can pick the student, for instance, and then we can get an overview of all of her grades very quickly, very simply. We can get the summary report where we find out where the mother and father are. And it's in a very clean, easy to read format. I really like that change. And then of course there's communication. There's the message center. This just cleans that process up for most teachers. As always, if you want to use this favorites icon, you can click this little star at the top of whatever message it is, and it will get you to the point of where these become your favorites. So if you want to have a blank sheet report, and that's very common, but one of the things you'll also notice is that now these things have the most common reports, including this blank spreadsheet, have been brought up onto this simple, easy to look at page. This is kind of like a history of your most recent tools. It allows you to toggle back and forth in between those things. So this update, not overwhelming, but just gives you easier to find tools. If you decide you hate this and then you're like the way it used to be, do know that you can go back up, you can close this, you can go back up here and you can turn off those settings. They do ask you for a little bit of information, and then you hit submit and you'll go back to the old version. One thing that I really liked is you have these menus, but you can also toggle and get this view. If you click on this icon here, this will give you a different view of the menu. So the plus sign means that there's more things underneath that, and you can click back and forth between these things, and this is actually my favorite of the two choices because I like to have all this information and know that it's going to open up right over here. So that's a really quick toggle for you. It's very clean, like the other design of this as well. So I hope you'll give the new look of Infinite Campus a try. I think you'll enjoy it.